Broncos country, what's going on? Bo Nix has shown so much development from weeks 1 through 8. It's a beautiful thing to see. So today I'm going to show you all of his throw charts thanks to NFL Next Gen stats from week 1 through week 8. I still haven't been able to find week 8 on the freaking website for some reason, but my friend Mile High Mario of Altitude Adjustment on Let's Talk Broncos put this up here this week. Please go follow him and Let's Talk Broncos and his show Altitude Adjustment. Not only is it hilarious, entertaining, but incredibly insightful in guys. I mean, it's a party on Tuesday nights. So it was great being in the chat yesterday. Please go follow Mile High Mario there. Thank you for putting this up. We'll get to this. I guess like right now, y'all be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments. Smash that like and the subscribe. We're on our way to 2,000, but let's go ahead and dive into this a little bit. I think this should be pretty interesting. So, 28 of 37, so that's like 75% completion against the Carolina Panthers. And as Mario's pointing out, you see these throws downfield that were incomplete. You could put one on probably being pass interference. The other ones were drops. One by Lil Jordan Humphrey. One by Troy Franklin down the sideline on the left there for about 40 yards. And then the one in the middle was just Marvin Mims, man, just loafing on that route there at the end of the first half. And Mile High Mario, he points out something pretty interesting. Those 3 catches are made with zero yak. If those are made with zero yak, it's an additional 100 yards. And Bo Nix is 31 of 37, nearly 84% for 384 yards. And yeah, this is why, again, that I just want to get him more help at the receiver position. Maybe Darius Slayton's the next move. Evan Ingram. Let's go get somebody, please. Let's raise the level of competition in this room because they need it. We have a lot of concentration drops right now. It's driving me crazy. But anyways, guys, this is where we're at right now, 8 weeks through. I'm going to take a look now and bring you guys back to week 1 so we can fully chart and track his development. It hasn't always been up and up and up like every single game in every single area, but the trajectory from week 1 to week 8 has been substantial. It has been substantial, and we're going to dive into that right now. All right, here we are, week 1 against the Seattle Seahawks. Bo Nix, 42 passing attempts in his first NFL game on the road. That's definitely not ideal. You can see he hit from spots from all over the field, but more of that incompletion rate raising beyond 10 yards. You see only 2 completions past 10 yards, couple interceptions, which was a really difficult. One was red zone, but yeah, 62% completion on 26 completions, 138 yards. That's not ideal. Not at all. Not a lot of efficiency, really. Yeah, at all week 1. And then week 2 against the Steelers. Well, I think it was a little bit better in terms of just I think how he looked. There was still a lot of inaccuracies. The Steelers were able to get Bo for another couple interceptions, 20 of 35, 57% completion. 2 interceptions, like I said, and you can see, they're kind of keeping everything kind of within this box right here. There wasn't a lot of outside, attempts, and we weren't really able to stretch the field at all. So that was difficult. They were throwing some things out there at Bo that I think obviously he hadn't seen yet, and the game was still moving very fast for him against one of the best defenses in the NFL. But let's go to week 3. I think this is when we start to see things take a nice jump against Tampa Bay. 25 of 36 for 216 yards for a handful of touchdowns. Let me do the completion percentage right there, 69%. We had rushing touchdowns. He had a rushing touchdown, I believe. Our running backs really got involved, and you saw we were hitting a lot of the quick outs, the corner routes, the fades, all of that. Tampa was definitely saying, hey, we're going to take away the middle of the field. And where Bo Nix has been throwing for most of these first couple games, and let's see if he can beat us outside. And Bo definitely did. We spread things out, and this was one of our better game plans that we've seen all season long from Sean Payton and Bo Nix. I mean, he was just in rhythm from the get go. I love the aggressiveness. Took the ball to start the game and came out immediately firing, passing the ball around, getting him in rhythm. Decision making was good too. Again, he threw a couple different ducks here. Maybe should have had an interception, but at the end of the day, um, no interceptions on the day. That was a huge win. And, completing a few beyond 10 yards, right around 10 yards, throwing to his left. He had a lot of success in this game, which you can see not always the case in some of these games moving forward. But Bo Nix, I mean, this was a coming out party for him. You love to see no interceptions on this list. And again, 69% completion. I mean, you'll definitely take that. That is definitely above league average slightly, I believe. Then we go to the New York Jets, and that game was kind of a mess. Bo couldn't grip the ball, couldn't throw. That was just a strange game. We didn't really practice that week because of the weather. So, yeah, basically all of Bo's completions came from around the line of scrimmage. And then he was able to hit on 3 beyond the line of scrimmage, one being a nice touchdown grab uh, from Cortland Sutton there for his first career touchdown. But yeah, under 50% completion. He was 12 of 25 for 60 yards. That's uh, I kind of threw this game out because of the weather in a sense. Uh, he did get into rhythm more so in the second half, but um, really just pleased to see the decision making was good. He kept control of the offense, didn't turn the ball over. That was nice to see. Now we go to week 5 against Las Vegas. This was another really great game. Remember, I think this was Jaleel McLaughlin here on this touchdown pass over here to the right, where he ended up taking it into the end zone on a really nice move. And Bo was able to connect on some really nice shots here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 out of 7 from like all these deep shots. That touchdown ball was dropped by Troy Franklin, but he showed arm strength. He showed the ability, to hit some of these longer developing routes down the field. That was really nice. And then, of course, taking care of the ball, getting those easy completions, and was very efficient on the day. 19 of 27 for 206 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's what you love to see from a rookie. 70% completion percentage against the Las Vegas Raiders. That was really great to see. Now, when we go to the Chargers, I mean, this was a tougher game. The Chargers went to work, man, on Bo Nix in this offense. 19 of 33, so it wasn't great. 2 picks, and the only interception he's thrown since week 3 or since week 2 came in this game. 19 of 33, 57% completion for 216 yards. And, a lot of the passing success more so came in the fourth quarter. No doubt about it. But you were able to see him start to hit some different spots on the field than what we had seen throughout the season so far. Hitting a lot of these deep over the middle, in between the hashes, right along the hashes. That was really nice. Again, connecting with some of these deeper developing routes down the field. That was great. Threw a nice long touchdown. I'm trying to remember who caught that. I think it was either Lil Jordan Humphrey or Cortland Sutton. No, maybe it was Josh Reynolds. I don't know. It's got to be one of those guys, right? But that was awesome to see. Of course, you want to get rid of the interception here, but to see him, be able to hit really all spots of the field throughout the progression of the season has been very, very nice. And then you see here, week 7, against the New Orleans Saints. Again, not a super sexy stat day. 16 of 26. Let me do the completion percentage really quick. 61%, so a little bit below league average, but kept care of the football again. And you can see, I mean, there were some of these passes where I felt like our receiver should have come down with it. So don't let the chart tell the whole story. But again, it's nice to see so many more green completions, dots. There's no red ones and just a handful of white ones. But Bo did a good job of playing within the offense in this game. Again, not turning the ball over, not throwing interceptions, and keeping the chains moving. We also really had our run game, going in this game, and when that's going, of course, you should absolutely lean on it. So again, probably the biggest thing that I've noticed throughout Bo's first half of his rookie season has more so been the decision making, continuing to grow. Um, and even though like his footwork was bad in this game, especially to start, right? Like some of these could have been completed if he had just had some half decent footwork. Sean Payton scheming these guys open, and Bo just wasn't able to connect on it. But the biggest takeaway that I had was on a handful of these throws. He's making the right decision. He's at least understanding that these guys are open or that these guys are becoming open. It's just the throw wasn't there, but the right decisions were made much more often than not in that Saints game, and that was cool to see. And then, like Mario pointed out here again, I don't know why this isn't on the website when I look at it, but Week 8 I think was his best game of his young career so far. I mean, look at the distribution of passes. You see them 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 yards down the field. He was layering the location all over the field. He was able to throw accurate darts in every single spot of the field. I think with that we saw today or in this game with his footwork being much more calm, you saw the arm strength look so much better as his footwork was better, right? That's not a coincidence. Those things are totally tied together, making sure you get the most out of Bo. And again, like Mario's pointing out here, man, uh, these incompletions here from 30 yards downfield and beyond um, they were all put in a great location where you want to see the wide receiver come down with those. And again, that's why I want to see him, uh, get another weapon here at the trade deadline. 28 of 37, 75%, 284 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, and a rushing touchdown. And I just love looking at this all, every single week to kind of see where is he throwing every single week. Are there areas where he's growing? Are there locations in which that he's becoming better at throwing to? I think down the field he definitely has been, definitely beyond 10 yards. I think that we've seen his accuracy, no doubt, improve. And again, we can run through these again. The accuracy down 10 yards and beyond. I mean, barely any completions beyond 10 yards, barely any completions beyond 10 yards. All right. Well, we had a few, maybe a few more than we had last time. Jets game wasn't great. Las Vegas didn't take a ton, but 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 7. Should have been at least 5 out of 7. You saw the deep ball become more accurate as the season's gone on. Here, week 6 against the Chargers, yeah, you saw him take a handful of deep shots and hit them. That was really great. Granted, the interception, but you'll take that once every 6 games, right? You'll take an interception once every 6 games. Here, week 7, not as much, but we didn't really go downfield too much. And Bo wasn't really feeling it with the footwork, right? But then finishing on this high note, man, again, it is so great to see. It's so refreshing to see him have this game. And yes, it was against the Panthers, but good quarterbacks, these are the types of games that they should have against terrible defenses. And hopefully this is a confidence booster for Bo Nix. I think the game is starting to slow down for him, which is really great. And we're going to need his best game, I think, if we're going to take down the Ravens in Baltimore so far. So let's see him stack this performance. Let's see the best performance that our offense has given so far this year against Baltimore. we're going to have to keep up with this offense, man, that Baltimore has. They're going to score, especially at home. I want to expect our defense to shut them out, but I do expect our defense to keep us in this game. And let's see if the offense can do their part as well. Y'all let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. Is there a weapon you want the Broncos to go after for Bo Nix? Broncos, let me know. I'll be back later tonight with Bo Nix Film Room. As always, guys, go Broncos.